The international spotlight shined on Flint's water troubles, and in 2015, residents picked a new leader to guide them.
Tonight, we hear from former Flint Mayor Karen Weaver on navigating the crisis and the high stakes she had to shoulder. With Flint residents fearful of the water coming from their taps and angry at government leaders for misleading them, it was time for a change at the top at Flint City Hall.
10 years later, there should be some more things in place for the city of Flint.
Dr. Karen Weaver was voted into office in 2015. It was a historic moment. She was the city's first woman mayor charged with leading Flint out of a historic and unimaginable water crisis. Did you feel a lot of pressure at the time?
Yes, yes. But you know what? Things were moving so quickly, it wasn't like you had time to sit and think about those things because every day something was happening. I feel like we have no other option but to reach out and ask for help. And I will do all that I can in trying to restore our faith and trust in our water system.
Before the state of Michigan and the federal government in 2015, she declared a water emergency after lead was confirmed. And from there, she was thrust onto the international stage.
You know, once that declaration was made, it was just the spotlight was on Flint, and the spotlight was on me and the administration and people that held certain jobs.
Weaver says she was on a whirlwind tour, bringing attention to Flint and its water crisis. At the same time, trying to get recovery help anywhere she could, all the way up to the White House.
Every day I was showing up in different places and talking to people about what was going on in Flint and letting them know, we needed some help. So it was a lot, but I think it was so much that you have adrenaline. I think I had adrenaline for the whole 4 years, really.
A first step in healing from the water crisis. Once the city was back on the Detroit water system, she started the Fast Start campaign, which worked in phases to replace nearly 20,000 lead-tainted service lines in the city. The project received millions of dollars to get safe water flowing into homes once again. Who do you believe was responsible for poisoning the city of Flint?
You know what? There's a lot to go around there. There really is, because there were so many levels and so many layers. And I know that there were people locally that knew what was going on, and they were elected officials. I know that the state played a big role, and I'm still going to say the federal government as well, because when you know that something is awry, and as an agency like EPA, you're quiet about it, you let a crisis go on even longer. So there's a whole lot of blame to go around. Governor Snyder and some of his people should have been held accountable.
As of now, all Flint criminal water cases are closed, and charges have been dropped against all defendants, including Governor Rick Snyder.
It's a sad situation, the way things turned out for the residents, because we have not been made whole. And while we can't, and I know we can't be made completely whole, but still a lot more could have been done to try to fix what's going on in Flint.
Weaver never got the chance to see her water projects to completion. She lost her bid for re-election in November 2019 to current Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely. But she has watched the continued fallout from the Flint water crisis.
Come on! What more is it going to take?
Unhappy with the lack of justice for the city's residents.
It's almost like we still haven't been validated as far as what has taken place in Flint. And when we know all of these things have happened, and for no one to be held accountable, it's like another slap in the face, which makes us even more angry.
Do you trust the water now?
No. If I'm honest, I'm going to say no.
Well, since then, the former mayor has been traveling the country, sharing her story and the story of Flint, and she says she will continue to fight for Flint residents until some sort of justice comes from the water crisis.